How well has the U.S. handled the coronavirus?
Well, unfortunately, we did a very poor job.
Let's talk about a couple of things that have all undermined, some would say, the trust in public health officials.
Now to an 11 Alive exclusive investigation connected to COVID-19. We uncovered explosive claims against a hospital accused of creating phony COVID-19 test results.
Testing, testing, testing.
Basketball now to a Local 24 News exclusive. A Shelby County man wants to know what is going on at the health department. His mother passed away 6 months ago. So why would he get a letter saying his mom is positive for COVID-19 and needs to self-isolate? It's a little late for that. The local I-Team's Jenny DePrizio is trying to get to the bottom of what went wrong.
Troy Whittington was sure surprised when he opened up a letter this week that came from the Shelby County Health Department.
I'm just having a hard time understanding how they can say someone has COVID-19 when they're not even alive.
Troy Whittington is baffled. This letter arrived from the Shelby County Health Department for his mother, Sandra Whittington. The letter says she's been diagnosed as COVID positive and needs to isolate. But according to her obituary, the 66-year-old died February 16th. That was weeks before the first case of COVID-19 was even detected in Shelby County.
It's been 6 months, almost 7, since she passed away. There was no testing that was done at that time. On her death certificate, it was stated what the cause of death was, and it was not COVID-19. It was COPD.
Whittington says when he called the health department, he was told she took a COVID-19 test June 20th, which was clearly impossible.
I tried to call the health department this morning, asked them why this is going on. She said she would have to get a supervisor. She was sorry for the mistake, or that she couldn't tell me any information until she got a supervisor, and I haven't heard back from them.
Whittington says this situation makes him question not only the Shelby County Health Department's COVID-19 statistics, but statistics across the country.
I would just like for the health department to be more accurate.
Whittington would also like to point out if his mom had been alive and tested positive in June, why did it take so long for the notification to go out?
We're talking 2 months later, she needs to be quarantined for 10 days. Well, we've already got 60 days from the time to test to get the letter out to her, which is unacceptable.
Well, Mark, when you look at the state's daily COVID-19 report, specifically testing by laboratory, you'll notice that some labs have 100% positivity rates. That would mean that every single test they reported was positive, no negatives. Well, the state tells us some labs made a mistake not reporting their negative test results, but at least one health system tells us they were told to only report positives.
Tanzanian President John Magufuli has dismissed coronavirus tests being used in the country as faulty after they returned positive results on samples taken from a goat and a pawpaw.
Testing, testing, testing.
For a husband and father from Macomb County, getting an email indicating he had coronavirus was extremely troubling. But from there, he says he soon found out there was a problem with the testing.
Went there, morning, took about 5 minutes for the whole process, swiped. 24 hours later, you get the emailed results, find out, you're positive for COVID-19.
But some checking with health professionals and further follow-up revealing another twist.
They sent out another email asking you for your verification, and then all of a sudden the results changed. And it said you're negative, test results were negative.
Negative, just as Chris's family had hoped. But still questions remained about how this could happen. Chris telling us a mistake with the test kits was the reason he was given.
The U.S. has more of these machines, more of this capacity than other countries by a huge amount. And so partly the reimbursement system is creating perverse incentive.
And today we learned that 90 people who tested positive for COVID-19 between June 15th and July 17th actually did not have the virus at all.
Scrutiny over reporting data is causing some to question how accurate that positivity rate truly is.
The accuracy of coronavirus antibody tests. The CDC says the tests used to determine if people have been infected in the past could be wrong up to half the time.
More questions tonight about the state's coronavirus data. Some labs have only been reporting positive test results and not passing on along the negative results.
Millions of diagnostic tests for COVID have flooded the market, with demand still outstripping supply amid the pandemic. But now a new concern has emerged. Can you trust the results? Tonight, one Atlanta man doesn't know if he's positive or negative for the virus after multiple tests, including 2 on the same day.
What about testing? We still don't have enough testing, Rachel. The right type of testing.
From airports to some grocery stores and hair salons, they are becoming a regular part of health and safety checks in the COVID-19 era. Infrared thermometers, better known as temperature guns, are being used to scan people for fevers, but there is some debate about their effectiveness.
My AC doesn't work in my house. My AC didn't work in my car as well. So I was hot, running errands, got to the nail salon for my appointment, and they tested my temperature with the temperature gun at the door. My temperature was too hot.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing.
She'll cut your head off and you won't even know you're bleeding. That's all you need to know about her. So she knows what she's doing, and that's should make you sleep at night, knowing that at least somebody in this town knows what they're doing.
We have a situation with the virus. We've done a great job. The press won't give us credit for.
We can't pretend like we get a good grade even today.
It's all propaganda. There's no truth to it.
I'm always optimistic. We will get back on track.